the show that happens during the show is always far more entertaining for me than the show itself. So like when we're in breaks here, the things that we talk about in breaks, always hilarious. The things that we talk about when we're off air doing commentary, always hilarious. You're one of these people you like to have a good time. And this is why I wanted to bring this up, because I saw a tweet over the weekend that I had to bring up and ask you about from somebody you know pretty well in the business, Hurricane Helms.
Yeah, good
Right?
friend of mine, man.
Shane
That's
Helms,
good friend.
friend of the show. Shane Helms, friend of the show, been on before. He's a great guy. He tweeted something out that I want to get your response to. He said, "Hey, one time some fan got Booker T's phone number, and Booker had to change it. But then Booker would prank call that guy every day for a month straight, and he drove the dude effing crazy." Did you really prank call a fan every day for a month?
Bro. Look, I got 3 phones, you know what I mean? So you get one of them, yeah, that's fine. But what happened was they pranked me, and they did it a couple of times, but their phone number came through. And I was like, okay. These guys just don't know. I'm like one of these guys who don't sleep at night. I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom or whatever. I had students back then too, which I gave the number to make sure they would call it, block their number, and just to call them and just to mess with them every now and then. So he had phone calls coming from everywhere, not just me, but I called him so many times. And literally, the guy begged me. Stop calling him. He said, "Man, please, man, I won't do it again, man. I won't do it anymore, man. I promise." You know. And he never called me ever again after that.
What would you say when you would call him?
I would say some of the worst things you ever could imagine. You know, I would block the number that I was calling from, so he didn't know what number I was calling from at that time. But I would say some of the most foul things you ever imagine. You know, and I can't even repeat or even think about repeating it, this stuff that I would say. Or I would just breathe, you know, like a little kid, you know, like a stalker. You know what I mean? Do stuff like that. So I literally ran him crazy, man, because he would cut his phone off after a while, you know what I mean? But as soon as it came back on, he was getting the same thing. And I ran him crazy, man. You know, so, and the thing is, it didn't bother me, you know. I mean, I was having some fun. It was kind of fun, actually. Charmel was literally like, "What is wrong with you? Are you crazy? What is your problem?" You know, and I was like, "Man, I'm just, you know, payback, man. Payback is a mother."
It's a mother. So would you do it on the road? Is that how Hurricane knew about it?
I can't remember how Hurricane found out about it, but it was, like I said, no, I did. It started at my house. You know, I'm getting the phone calls, and then, like I say, I don't know what it was when the number came through, and I called the number back, and someone answered it, and I was like, "How dumb is this guy?" You know, that's what I was thinking. You know, I was like, you know, how dumb is this guy to call me and didn't block his number? You know, so I was like, okay, I got his number. You know, I just made sure, and I just called it as often as I possibly could. And I would call it, like I say, from several different phones. I might be at the school doing something, I call him. You know, so it's just crazy. Yeah.
So think twice before you prank call your favorite pro wrestler.
Anybody, man. I mean, seriously, man. I mean, people don't have time for that kind of crap, but sometimes they do. Like me, you know, because there again, I might be getting up to catch a 4 o'clock flight, you know, flight at 6, and my phone's right there. Let me call him real quick, you know, before I catch a flight. You know, that kind of stuff. It's 4 o'clock.
That is hilarious.